Welcome to Tips for Success in the Second Language Classroom. I often hear the following concern from teachers. They say, I'm supposed to, or I really want to, create an immersion environment in my class where both my students and I use the target language only in all activities. How can I possibly do it? They say, well, I also want to be able to connect personally with my students and have great discussions. But I will need to use English sometimes for those interactions, won't I? In my experience, with the exception of sandwiching, using our first language in the limited time allotted to us in our second language class has the following effect. Students end up not learning the language effectively, they become frustrated, and they feel that the class is a waste of time. Well, this is just the opposite of the goals we want to achieve. As language teachers, we are constantly looking for ways to give the gift of language to our students. This is our passion and our ultimate goal. To me, target language only in any classroom makes total sense. Why would we speak English in a French class? Spanish in a Mandarin class? I think, in fact, that target language only is essential in getting students up and running in the language quickly, so that they experience the joy of speaking and understanding a new language as soon as absolutely possible. And in my experience, we connect even more powerfully with students when we are the unique individual with whom students share this new language. But of course, a teacher needs support in order to maintain the target language only. The strategies provided in AIM, such as the use of the pared down language or pleasant repetition, deeply embedding words in context through stories and drama, music and dance, scaffolded language manipulation activities, and gestures to provide extensive practice with speaking, as well as the written language activities that extend into the highest level of involvement in writing through creative writing to even book publishing, are all part of a system in which each individual technique works synergistically with the others to support teachers, to ensure that students acquire the language. So we can do all these things. However, I feel that if we miss one important piece of this system, it will result in a significant drop in its effectiveness. What is this piece? Well, setting the expectation of and consistently and insistently requiring the target language only. In this video, I'm going to discuss a few strategies, such as the importance of commitment and also how the pared down language works to ensure target language only. Because this is such an important topic, I'm going to dedicate the next few videos to target language only as well. Each one will focus on one or more of the strategies that AIM offers to help you maintain the target language only. So it all starts with a commitment on the part of the teacher and of the students. And this is absolutely key to success. It's so easy for us to slip into the first language. It's easier and faster for you and so much easier for the students. However, one never achieved anything without hard work and commitment to a goal. I really encourage you to believe in yourself and believe in your students. What are we telling students when we use English or allow them to do so? Well, I think we're saying, I don't believe that you can handle it, so I'm going to have to speak in English. Please do believe in them. They can do it. I and other teachers have experienced it. And once you make this commitment, now draw on strategies to support you. Consider how the pared down language can help. Use the simplicity that the pared down language offers you to limit your gestured communication at first to very short sentences. Baby talk. That's how we all began. Don't worry that students might want to use baby talk forever. We didn't, and neither will they. However, starting simply and consciously selecting high-frequency, essential words from the pared down language and using them over and over again in different ways is how I helped my students reach their highest proficiency. It is, in fact, very easy. Let's get into the details as to how the pared down language supports you. You are provided with a carefully selected list of high-frequency nouns, questions, conjunctions, and expressions. This is one of the most important supports for the maintenance of the target language only. How? Well, when you're only using these specific words and recycling them through your spontaneous gesturing, reviewing the story, or asking and responding to questions with the students, or describing activities to them, or explaining a game, or talking about absolutely anything that's going on in class, you're providing students with pure, comprehensible input. And the opportunity for that's important, sufficient, pleasant repetition for acquisition. Less is definitely more if we want rapid language acquisition. If you commit heart and soul in every action that you take and in every sentence that you gesture and in all communication to your students, that target language only is priority for you, and use the strategy of scaffolding that the notion of the pared down language offers, you are well on your way. In fact, this is how AIM developed. Every aspect of the methodology is there to support you. My students never know that I speak English. Well, they're never sure until they hear me quietly talking to a parent out in the hall who has no French. And then I get a big scolding from them. That is where you know you're doing what you should. Whether it's outside at recess or lunch supervision or leading karate club or leading cooking club, I would not consider anything else but doing this in French. Consider that you embody the language that you teach. And for your students, you are the language. Show your passion for it and your absolute commitment to it. I hope that you will join me next week for more tips on how to maintain the target language only.